and we've known some of you since you were knee-high to a grasshopper. Joel still had hair, down to his back. That was a long time. I still fit in the beetle. Oh, very happy to be here. We're going to start off with something to get the steering wheels out of our hands. We're going to play a while. You can hear in my accent, right? You can hear I'm not really local. We're immigrants. And so this is a piece about immigration. I wrote this for some of the impressions of people who come here.
Well, it's been our opening tune for time now, so we still get a kick out of playing it. It's just an amazing piece that you enjoy here. First part of the Appalachian Concerto.
It's interesting, maybe who has seen us before? Oh, hello, my friends. It's like family. It's like a family reunion. Thank you. Well, and for those who have never seen us, we spent actually at one point we spent quite a lot of time up in Maine. We played because there was a project that we were involved in, writing a symphonic piece for the Bangor Symphony Orchestra, which we got through our good friend and manager at the time, Charlie Early, who lived in Winterport. And so through all this, we played up on Moosehead Lake, for the beautiful Blair. And so we
how many outreach programs?
We did all these outreach programs, for kids and schools, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful time. And while we're up here, I stayed with the Early family, Uwe stayed with the Silver family, with Joel, and they would look out on the Penobscot River and write some songs. So we're going to play a few things that we've written while we're up here, if that's okay with you.
Oh, yeah.
So this is like a little medley of things, like a soup du jour, potpourri, Yes, we'll not make everything that long-winded, not even my speeches, so we're just going to keep on going.
Walking down the coastal road, on my way to the sea, I watch the dunes as the sun comes up, thinking about the way things used to be. There's a lighthouse on the rocky peaks, where the waves would break in the spray. I watch the time as it comes rolling in, I watch it roll away again. Roll, roll away, it makes no difference if I go. No one here would miss me anyway, no one here would ever know. away. More here would
steady hands, and held its course to waves and wind and snow. On the ocean, out on the deep dark sea, his way you'll always find me. That's where I wanna be. Lessons of the storm that is greater than the sea, and as the world lies sleeping, won't you dream a dream for me? I set up my old guitar with a brand new set of strings, and I'm gonna play it on my part just to listen how it rings. And if I had to make a wish upon a fallen star, I wouldn't wish for anything but to know just where you are. Of the storm that is greater than the sea, and as the world lies sleeping, won't you dream a dream for me? We once played the community house, in Winterport, and it was a very muggy, hot day, and a few of you were there, and you were very small, and it was very, very hot and very, very muggy.
You were there sitting on the floor in front of the stage.
Yes. So anyway, we had, there was no air conditioning, of course, and there was no screens, so the windows were closed, and it's really, there was carpet, it's like
Summer evening in Maine, you know what happened. You don't need to tell me.
So the thing was then that we had four of these big, fans that were much fans. They were, on the back rows, and they were also supposed to get the hot air out, so they were blowing out hot air. So Uwe and we were out there, still smoking cigarettes. We're out there like the little bad boys, during the break. And there's clouds of mosquitoes. All the scent of the people in there, it smelled really good to them. So they were gathering in the billions, like dark clouds, outside. And so I will not say who, but had a brilliant idea, to blow cold air into the church. So they turned the box fans around. And we could see from where we were standing how the dark cloud got sucked
Right
into the building. And the second half was like a comical show. We were sitting on stage and playing, and everybody's
laughing. So.
Oh my God! I still have a mark here on my knee from that. I'll never get it because it'll never get better.
Still itches.
It was one of those nights. It was wonderful.
Anyway, I don't know why I told you this story, but
Because we're sitting here and the windows are open.
I told you the story, and I said, why not? This is my motto is why not? I'm old enough now that I just say why not? Why not? Joel has a different motto. Joel is just why. With age comes its privilege.
Hey, Joel.
But for me, it's still why not?
You're this smart.
Why not? You want to have a lobster? Well, why not? Another one? Yeah. Okay. So this is this pretty new song.
Not really, but
All right. This is about what?
about real building the railroad.
Yeah.
Angels commissioned all my long day. I've working on the railroad.
Come on. say, hey, I sang the song with the Kruger.
Yeah.
I went to fighting in the war with General Jack out in Nebraska, so far away from my shore. The hero show was so long, another ship, another day, picking shovels for the teardrops, working hard to get my pay. Swing that ball around and around, laying track westward bound. 7 tunnels through the mountains until we reach the promised land and meet our brothers on the west side. We're building what they said we can. I see the snow come down the valley, and early winter is in store. We're cutting timber for the rain. Hear my engine roar, and they swing that ball round and around, laying track westward bound. The track went so wide in the middle of nowhere, down by the soft black sky, we'll breathe the desert air. I'm working hard to save some money to send for her a killer bee. Buy her with a we will settle, and we'll be happy when we're free. Raise me a Colorado pony, and a good life it will be. Swing that ball round and around, laying track westward bound. Oh, swing that ball round and around, laying track westward bound. Short little break. Sure. Well, we are going to do an intermission if you promise to come back. No, we're gonna play a few songs. You know, this year marks the 100th birthday of Doc Watson.
Yeah.
Doc really was one of the main reasons why I fell in love with North Carolina in the first place, and I think we all did. Jens showed me how Doc played some of his clawhammer music, and when we got an invitation to play at Merlefest in 1997, that was like a dream come true. You know, to actually not meet the man and talk to him and then get to play with him was just too much.
So this year, you know, we do a few. Our management they were asked us, you know, to do a few Doc Watson tribute sort of, you know, concerts. We did one at Merlefest, we did IBMA, and of course we have a lot of friends, you know, like Sam Bush, Jay Douglas, you know, helping us on these shows, and it's a lot of fun, and it's. I'm just going to play you a couple of Doc Watson things that we learned when we were kids, and one of them is a tune actually by John D. Loudermilk that Chet Atkins recorded, and then of course Doc heard it and did a great version with his son, and so we really thought two guitars sounded so pretty, so we learned it when we were kids, you know, so like that. So just want to maybe play that for you.
Yeah.
We were riding down the road to a show about 40 years ago, and Uwe had a tape in his car of Doc Watson tape. You still don't know what that. Some people don't know what that. It wasn't an 8-track; it was actually a tape. But and there was actually a Marty Stewart album, a Marty Stewart recorded album. He asked Doc to play one of the tunes that Hank Snow made famous, a real cowboy sort of, you know, rattly tune. And we thought that was really cool. And Doc Watson played great guitar on that. So, you want to sing it? You know what I'm talking about? I don't know if you can do it. I don't know. It's
You know, surprise.
Come on.
One more ride, one more ride. I'm but I'm needing up about taking one more ride. Way up there in the prairie, I guess it's in my eye. But a cricket like down the railroad track keeps calling. If a man can know where the sandbag goes and she gets thirsty, that big loud bell bounce farewell when you hear the whistle scream. I'm bound to go where there ain't no snow or fall. One more ride, one more ride. I'll listen to the mother prairie on back singing on my name. That tumbleweed where the prairie dog feed, I miss them just the same. They're all part of the sound of the heart and say. I recall the tune that sang with the moon and seemed to make him smile as I rode away at the break of day and stayed so long a while. I'm bound to go where the memories are calling. One more ride, one more ride. As the years go by, I wonder why I don't leave my home. Hit the train of the iron rail way out there alone. I know my heart signs till I am leaving. If I don't come back on a one-way track way down from Mexico, you can find me there or any old way where the tumbleweed will grow. It's goodbye now, you never know how I'm home. One more ride, one more ride.
You want me to play banjo? You play.
We used to do that.
Joel play banjo.
No, we didn't.
No.
One time I tried playing the banjo. One time. That was enough.
Actually, Joel actually played the bass banjo in Utah, in Salt Lake City.
Wow. Yeah. Cool.
I guess that counts. It's playing.
Yeah, it counts.
2 times. 2 times. Actually, in that bass banjo had kangaroo god on it.
It was exciting. Yeah, it was hopping around for days after.
I think we're gonna play sort of an old time number that Doc Wilson used to do, playing the banjo, and he learned that from Clarence Ashley, and it's called the Cuckoo. And then once we were playing with Doc at the house, he said, "So what the words do? What does these words really mean?" He says, "Well, I have no idea." He says, "No, there's sort of a meaning behind it," and he explained a few things, but he said, in the end, you ask somebody else and he'll tell you something else, maybe, so. But the old time sort of music of North Carolina, we love it a lot because it has never changed that much. It's never been overly commercialized, or it has never been gotten into mainstream.
And you will hear in a minute why.
Yes. And
But it is magic.
No,
It is magic.
we live in the West Western North Carolina, this music is played every weekend. People go dancing to it, and they have a place like that. Old time band, well, maybe not even on stage. You know, they're just sitting in the corner somewhere and they're playing their tunes. And we go sometimes and play with Bob Kruger. You know, his wife's a caller, and we still enjoy this a lot. You know, just play traditional music because it really is the root of it all.
So people say, you know, I would drive 20 miles to play music in an old-time jam, but I wouldn't cross the street to listen to it.
Gonna build me a log cabin on a mountain so high that I can see my Willie as she goes riding on by. Oh, cuckoo, she's a pretty bird, and she calls as she flies, but she never calls cuckoo till the 4th day of July. Oh, I gambled over in England, and I played cards down in Spain, and I bet you bottom dollar I beat you next game. Oh, she's a pretty bird, and she wobbles as she flies, but she never loves till the 4th day of July. Jack of diamonds, Jack of diamonds, I'm on you on a pole. You rob me on my money, my diamonds and my gold. Oh, she's a pretty bird, and she wobbles as she flies, but she never calls till the 4th day of July. There's one thing that's been a puzzle ever since those days time began. It's a man's love for his woman, and a woman's love for her man. Oh, she's a pretty bird, and she wobbles as she flies, but she never calls cuckoo till the 4th day of July.
don't know what you want to play. Right, yeah, right.
People that know that tune usually are way taking advantage of Social Security. I'm almost there, so.
Still behind me.
Blues.
No,
Blues, yes, why not? Yes.
just like take off.
Yes, we don't have the blues. So we gotta fake this one, really.
How long since that evening train's been gone? How long, oh baby, how long? Went to the station, caught me a train. Deep in my heart, there's this ache and pain. But how long, oh baby, how long? How long since that evening train's been gone? How long, oh baby, how long? Went to the station, got me a train. Deep in my heart, there's this ache and pain. How long, oh baby, how long? How long since that evening train's been gone? How long, oh baby, how long? If I ever had money again, I'd squeeze that dollar bill and make that evil grin. But how long, oh baby, how long? Is it Johnny? I can remember I call my baby mine. But how long, oh baby, how long? that evening train's been gone. How long, oh baby, how long? How long, oh baby,
No lobster roll, we can't afford it anymore.
Oh,
Well, they used to be $8.
we'll buy you one.
And then I would have like
Yeah, 1952.
half a dozen, you know.
So, what am I gonna do?
Carolina in the fall.
Actually, I had a new commission to write 2 years ago. So the county of Wilkes County, they asked me to write a piece for them. You know, they had a good idea. So I thought, well, what shall I write this about? So they said, well, we're known for our moonshine. You know, this is
So they were at one time the moonshine capital of the world.
like any other county in North Carolina and in Virginia. You know, at one point everybody claims to have been the moonshine capital of the world. But Wilkes County is actually really because NASCAR started in Wilkes County, and it was, you know, the history that moonshine drivers, you know, would compete with each other. You know, who was the better driver, and that's how they, you know, got into racing regular cars and, you know, fix them up and all that. And a very interesting story. But you know, a lot of friends of ours, you know, actually Jody Call, who is usually also playing percussion with us, you know, at the live streams. His family, the Call family, you know, they're big in moonshine, you know, in there, or today they're legal, you know. But, so I wrote.
Well, my father-in-law Solon actually outran a helicopter in the hills of once.
Wow.
That was one of his big stories, yeah.
That's serious.
He would come down 115, 120 miles an hour sideways, you know,
Before he was paid. Yeah.
So,
And this is how my wife drives. That's how she learned how to drive.
yeah, she couldn't wait to get on the German Autobahn
Yeah.
and show Uwe how it's done. So anyway, so I wrote a piece for a string quartet, and Uwe joined me, and of course, you know, Jody Cowell on drums. Have a real appropriate moonshiner in there, and so I called it the Moonshine Sonata. Instead, the Moonlight, of course, yeah. No. We're just in the middle of recording it. It's almost done. So we premiered it last year, you know, at Carolina Folk. Anyway, we're gonna play you a few little things of it, you know. It's a very serious piece. It actually is, because it's a serious subject. You know, people who are breaking the law, you know, to support their families, and you know, during the Depression mainly. And so it's not easy, you know, to make a decision, you know, to go like that. So this is start off with just a little piece, one of the sort of in the middle. It's about a man who was about to go out with his friends to the woods, you know, in the middle of the night, and he can't wait. You know, his family's about to sleep, and so he's pacing around in the living room, thinking if he should do it or not. And he calls it a piece, A Better World.
D-tuning his banjo right now. It's got a little electronic box to help him.
Which one are we doing now?
We usually don't do requests unless somebody asks us for a specific song.
Fields of gold. Fields of gold. Fields of gold, yeah.
We had a few requests for this one. I haven't done it in a while, but there's another one of those songs that I got started on Richard and Liz's couch
Yep.
in Winterport.
Watching the Penobscot River flow by.
And of course, you know, we grew up in Switzerland, and we have no problem with snow. We used to come here in the winter and play.
As if we were crazy.
Yeah, people in Carolina they would say, "How do you do that?" It's fun. What's wrong with you boys? One morning we did a TV show in Bangor, one of these early morning shows at 5
6
o'clock.
a.m.
So I'm sitting out there in the truck at 5 o'clock in my t-shirt. I think it's kind of nippy. So I think I better go get a jacket or something. And I looked at the thermometer outside Richard's house, and it was 2 degrees.
Wow.
It's kind of warm. Yes.
Well, someday I'm going to tell you how it really was. Sorry, this took longer than usual.
It is a banjo. Hey, I've got 14 hours in the van with him tomorrow. You know? I got to get him in now while I can.
Yeah.
My
Well,
husband
It's
He plays the banjo.
he did.
It's tough to tune.
Well, he's been gone almost 2 years.
Let's see if I can.
I've still got it hanging around. I can't.
Oh.
In the cold nights of winter, way heavy on my mind, I walk down to the water to ease my worried mind, and I can see a reflection on the green ice floating away.
I've got this. I've got
And
this
I
on
know
record.
that you soon be on your way. The pine stands tall and silent beneath the starry sky. The letter that you wrote me, I've read 1,000 times, and I can see a reflection of your face in every ice floating away. And I know that you soon be on your way. Come back home to the ones that love you true. Come back home to the ones that miss you so. Seems like you were gone forever, but for you I'll wait forever and a day. And I know that you soon be on your way. The first rays of sunshine come up the night away. On the day you return, I will walk down to the bay, and I'll wait by the water till the ship pulls in, took you far away. Oh, mother dear, I miss you more each day. And my brother and my daddy, I know they both miss you too. And the waiting would be easy if only we could know. Have you reached your destination, some far shore, wherever it may lay? And to know that you soon be on your way. Come back home to the ones that love you true. Come back home to the ones that miss you so. Seems like you were gone forever, but for you I'll wait forever and a day. And I know that you soon be on your way. Seems like you were gone forever, but for you I'll wait forever and a day. And I know that you soon be on your way. time when I was young, and it involved some having fun. Maybe to find someone to love and do some things to be proud of. I lived as fast as I could live and give it all that I could give. Never think about the end, always be somebody's friend. And I watched the bow go high and low, steer my vessel through the flow. Times the ocean need the key, I'll hold on to the I lit the candle at both ends and let the gear slip through my hands. Did what I believed was right, never had to run away. Friends I found, friends I lost, ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Oh, each day could be the last to set the sail upon the mast. And I watched the bow go high and low, steer my vessel through the flow. Times the ocean need the key, I'll hold on to the I was quite successful with that plan. I could do it all again. Things I needed came to me, and I really went out on a spree. How do I need a plan for growing old? My young and restless years concluded. Never thought I'd get this far, or thoughts of getting old excluded. And I watched the bow go high and low, steer my vessel through the slow. On the ocean, need the key, I'll hold on to the rail. I watched the bow go high and low, steer my vessel through the flow. Times the ocean need the key, I'll hold on to the rail. Times the ocean need the key, I'll hold on to the rail. We haven't done some of these Maine songs in a while, so I hope you don't mind. It's
Great song.
really nice.
One more, one of these tunes.
Yeah, that's a good tune. Yeah, we haven't done that in a while. It's an old English folk song that then was picked up by a new wave bass player, and he made it into a hit again after 200 years. And when people started forgetting it, now it became a banjo tune. We call that devolution.
Seriously?
No,
I can't take all of them.
no, it'll take some weight off.
I got a buffer here.
Yeah. No, I really like that song. We played this once with Branford Masali, so I actually played on the original recording. And he recorded it while we were rehearsing with him. He sent it over to his former boss. His name was Sting. And I think now I can't go to UK anymore. There's that price on my head. You remember me when the westland moves among the fields of barley. We forget the sun in its jealous sky when we walk in fields of gold. So she took her love for to gaze a while among the fields of barley. In his arms she fell, and her
Yet I know, and they still let me walk in fields of gold. Yes, we walk in fields of gold. Many years have passed since those summer days among the fields of barley. Watch the children play when the sun goes down among the fields of gold. You remember me when the west wind moves among the fields of barley. We forget the sun in its jealous sky when we walk in fields of gold. Yes, we walk in fields of gold. Yes, we walk in fields of gold.
Gonna do a little folk song that we always like to do
Yeah.
with a lot of multiple choice solos. Yeah, we're gonna play all the notes, and you just pick the ones that you like. Like a driver's test or something.
Using someone wondering why, babe, if you don't mind that. And it ain't no use in sitting wondering why, babe, it don't matter anyhow. When the rooster crows at the break of dawn, got you to know I'll be gone. You are the reason I travel on. Don't think twice, it's alright. Ain't no use in calling out my name, babe, like you heard them before. Ain't no use in calling out my name, babe, I can't hear you anymore. Still I wish there was something you would do or say, trying to make me change my mind and stay. Oh, you know there's too much talking in the daylight, so don't think twice. It's alright. And ain't no use in turning on the light, baby. Ain't no use in turning on the light, baby. I'm on the dark side of the force now. So I'm wishing that I'm wandering all the way on that road. Once loved a woman, both child and gold. But I gave her my heart, but she won't get my soul. Don't think twice, it's alright. Traveling down this long, lonesome road, babe. I can't tell. Goodbye is too good work for me. I just say fairly well. I might say you treated me kind. Couldn't love me better. No, I don't mind. We just kind of wasted our precious time. So don't think twice, it's alright.
Twice.